You see, we're already so far up, guys. Isn't that pretty crazy? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another rockin' episode. And today I am out here in Palm Springs because I'm gonna be doing the ultimate Palm Springs tour. Palm Springs, like any other city, has a lot of places that you can visit, things to do, things to see. But if you had to narrow it down to 3 choices, what would they be? Well, that's what I'm gonna help you with in today's episode. Is I'm gonna take you to 3 of the best spots to visit in Palm Springs so that if you decide to visit this city, you know exactly where to go. So stick all the way to the end because I'm gonna show you some really amazing things to do in Palm Springs that you absolutely got to check out. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, because I post these food and travel videos weekly you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now, and let's get started with destination number 1. So the first of 3 great things that you can do in Palm Springs is Indian Canyons. This is one of the big attractions, very close to downtown Palm Springs. If you're into nature and into hiking, this is certainly your thing. 8 trails to work with, 60 miles worth. I'm not gonna hike all 60 miles today, but I can just show you a little sample of what you can expect if you come on one of the trails. I heard that the Andreas Canyon is the easiest to walk because it is only 1 mile, which is not too bad because these things can go very long. You know that this is Andreas Canyon because as soon as you're driving in, you'll see all of these palm trees everywhere. Seriously, it's like an oasis out in the desert. And for your safety, be sure to follow these requirements. Get plenty of water, dress appropriately. One of the big attractions you're supposed to see in Indian Canyon is the Andreas Canyon Pride Rock. And I think that's it. It looks just like in the brochure. Yeah, this is called Pride Rock. And then in the distance, you get a great view of Palm Springs. Wow, this is quite a sight. If you come during the summertime, I think it's best that you come earlier in the day, in morning, maybe like 9, 10 o'clock, the latest, because it will get very hot out here. But any other season, I think it should be okay. And like I said, there's a lot of these palm trees everywhere. So in many ways it's good because it will provide you with some shade, especially during this summer heat. You see, what did I tell you? It truly is an oasis here. You got a lot of this running water. Wow, this water feels so cool. It's like very refreshing. And the fun thing about this trail is that you're gonna encounter a lot of lizards, a lot of red ants, maybe some snakes. It says it on the sign, so you just have to use a little caution when you're walking this path. But I think for the most part, it's pretty safe. On I go. Nice little bridge. Well, I definitely have not been on hiking trails like this back in Los Angeles County. Look at all those palm trees behind me. All the rocks. Ooh, yeah, you're definitely gonna build up a sweat here. Now I can see why this is one of the go-to spots in Palm Springs. Definitely within the top 5 of a lot of people's lists. I see it, that's the parking lot. That's where I first started. Yes, light at the end of the tunnel. That 1 mile went by pretty quickly, but you can go on 7 other trails if you want to, but not me. I'm done for today. Ooh, it's getting kind of hot now. It seems like no matter where you drive to your next destination in Palm Springs, you're always gonna get a scenic view. It's a lot of desert, but hey, you know, it's still pretty fun to look at. You guys like desert? So the next spot that I'm gonna be showing you is undoubtedly the most popular attraction that you're gonna find in Palm Springs. This is the Ariel Tramway. So yes, it is a tramway that goes all the way up to the mountains, over 8,000 feet to be specific. When you come in, you pass through security check, and then the ticket booth is to the left-hand side. It's almost like going to a bus station. Not quite like an airport, but you are boarding a tram to go up into the mountains. It's about $30 or $29.95 for adults, and they do have like summer prices and annual passes, so definitely check on the website just to make sure everything is up to date. It's kind of funny. I feel like I'm getting on a ride in Disneyland. There's seriously like a line of people getting into this tram. All right, well, here we go into the tram. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's the starting point down there where I was at just about a minute ago.
The two cars are 34 feet apart.
And this aerial tramway also rotates. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you're gonna get like a 360 view going up this journey. So I think this is something that's not for those who have a fear of heights. I mean, you're really gonna go up high, and this tram does kind of rock a little bit, so a little bit intimidating, but very thrilling. Oh boy. I think it's safe, pretty much for the most part. Does this discourage any of you guys from wanting to come to this thing? So this is what you come to see, this whole view of Palm Springs. We're about 8,500 feet up. And one of the things that I noticed is that it's very breezy up here. I think it's about 20 to 25 degrees cooler when you come up into this mountain. Now, for summertime, that's actually a very good thing because it's burning hot down there. It's like about 105 degrees. But if you come up here during the winter time, you definitely want to bring a jacket, dress pretty warmly, because I think it can get very chilly up here. There's kind of a path that goes a little bit up. And once again, more aerial view. So it looks like on this side, you're gonna pretty much see the trees, like all the pine trees, and it stretches for, wow, I don't know how far, but there's about 14,000 acres of trees out here. So here is if you wanna see more trees, but then you go to that side if you wanna see really frightening height, like looking 8,000 feet below. If you are not into heights, then this might not be the thing for you, because I can understand how some people could get kind of nauseous looking at all this. And I am terribly afraid of heights. So I don't think I've done anything like this since I was at the Strat Hotel in Las Vegas. I mean, that was pretty high, but this, wow. And if you guys are hungry, there is a restaurant, believe it or not, all the way up here. It's called Peaks Restaurant. You'll pretty much enter into it when you exit the tramway. And this is one of the highest restaurants that you're gonna find in all of California, maybe even the world. So guys, this is Ernesto and this is Vanessa right here. They follow my channel, so it just shows. This is the one you gotta watch for awesome food and travel videos, right? Yeah. All right. Of course, with every travel destination, you're gonna have your gift stores, and they have t-shirts here, and they have a lot of these other very interesting novelty items. Wow, it's like you kind of want to buy a little bit of everything, right? And it looks like there's even more. You can go down to the first floor, and then you also have your State Park Visitor Center. Now, this is always so fun to come to, right? That thing looks so real, isn't that crazy? So right behind the visitor center, you're gonna see this hiking trail that goes all the way down, and I believe it goes for about a mile, which is not that bad. It looks like it's a very scenic trail because you have so many pine trees, nice mountain view. I mean, this is really the definition of California right here. Oh man. So that's pretty much the tour up here on the mountains. So you see, there's quite a lot to do up here, right? And now I'm going to take this very intimidating flight all the way back down there, and we're going to move to our next spot. So west of Palm Canyon Drive is the Art Museum, which is one of the most popular museums that you can visit in Palm Springs. This is definitely the one you have to visit, especially if you are in the downtown Palm Springs area. So if you are into art and you love museums, they got you here. So in case you guys are wondering, adult is $16 and then everything else is in the bottom. So looks like it's a very reasonably priced museum. For places like this, it's always a good idea to have a map because there are 3 stories to this whole facility. Me personally, I think I'm more into history artifacts type of museums. I don't go to art museums that often, but hey, if it's a big attraction, I mean, why not check it? I'm very open-minded. Hey, I recognize some of this artwork. Bart Simpson. Of course, they'll tell you some of the local artists who are responsible for drawing, painting this stuff. This museum is so silent. There's almost kind of like an eeriness to it. I feel like I'm the only one here. I know there's some people who can just sit in a bench and just stare at a painting for minutes, maybe even up to an hour, I don't know. I am not one of those people. I like to look at it maybe for just 30 seconds the most, and then I gotta move on because there's a lot of things to see around here. And I guess there's even more when you go upstairs. Wow, this is actually a very nice museum. In this section, looks like we have more statues and carvings, not just wall painting. You see, look at that view. Pretty nice, huh? Is that a spider up there? I think so. Somebody better swat that thing down. There's more. You can go up to a 3rd floor. So this is about a 3-floor museum, and I think there's a basement level too. Just kind of give you an idea of how high I am. So I'm on the 3rd floor, and that over there is the 2nd floor, and that is the 1st floor. So based on what I'm seeing, it looks like it's for the most part contemporary modern art. So I guess in some ways it's equivalent to like Broad Museum in downtown Los Angeles, kind of like that. And it looks like they have outdoor sculpture gardens too. So if you guys like to walk in the cool of the breeze, which is not existent right now because it's summertime, this is like so perfect. Keep in mind, this is not the only museum to visit in Palm Springs, but if you happen to be in the downtown area, then this is definitely the go-to one. So come here and enjoy the art. And as an added bonus, what you can also do here in Palm Springs is to walk Palm Canyon Drive. This is the major street that runs through downtown Palm Springs. It's about a mile long, and this is kind of like the Sunset Boulevard of Palm Springs, where you're gonna see all the shops and all the restaurants and all that stuff. So yes, if you want a scenic route where you can see more of like the urban part of Palm Springs, then this is it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. I hope that this gives you an idea of some of the greatest things that you can do around Palm Springs. So give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next travel adventure.